All right, so this third bit's going to kind of outline a similar concept, but now we're going to do everything in minor. So we're going to kind of cover 3 minor shapes, and then 3 of minor scale shapes. Okay, so we're going to start on the same root note, and whenever you build something that's a major, minor from the same root, it's considered parallel. So anytime you hear parallel music, it just means the same root. So here, we're going to start on the same C note that we did before, but this time we're going to go 8, 6, 5, 5. So, okay. So that is the minor triad shape. Arpeggiate it and then play it all together as a chord. So that's 4th finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger barred. What's cool about doing this right after we just did the major is noticing that there's only 1 note difference between a C major and a C minor, which is what we call as the 3rd. And so we went from 8, 7, 5, 5, and we just flattened that 2nd note to a 6th fret. So we had, there was major, and here's minor. Okay. Cool. So let's go on to the 2nd shape, root note on the 15th fret of A. So this time it's 15, 13, 12, 13. And then the last shape is going to be starting on the 10th fret of D string, and it's going to be 10, 8, 8, 8. So this 1st finger bar is now 3 strings. So that's those are the 3 minor shapes. Okay, now let's build the minor scale tones surrounding those minor chords. Okay, so we start on the 8th fret of the E string. We go 8 on E, 5 on A, 6 on A, 8 on A, 5 on D, 6 on D, 8 on D, 5 on G. One more time. Alright, let's move on to the root note on the A string. Just gonna go 15 on A, 12 on D, 13 D, 15 D, 12 G, 13 G, 15 G, 13 B. Okay, now on to the last shape, which is the root note on the D string. This one's a little different because there is a shift. The other 2 are convenient just because you could keep your hand in one position. Okay, so this one's going to start with the pinky on the 10th fret of D, then index finger, 7th fret of G, 8th fret of G, 10th fret of G. Here's our shift, first finger on the 8th fret of B, 9th fret B, 11th fret B, 8th fret E. Okay, so those are the 3 minor scale shapes that you can do within 1 octave surrounding those chords that we reviewed earlier. So the same thing can be done here that we did with the major, which is having the chord shape, kind of choosing one of the notes to replace. So in this case, let's say we choose this note on the A string to replace. We're going to replace it maybe with this 5th fret note. Yeah, let's do that. So then we'll return it. Maybe even replace it now with the 8th fret note on the A string. Sometimes it does take some maneuvering, changing the hand position. Like in this case. But yeah, it creates a really neat kind of progression kind of surrounding this chord tone. So it's not like you're kind of completely deviating, like abandoning this chord, like just even this voicing, just a slight movement within the chord progression. Something like that. So a cool way of practicing this is just kind of creating a chord progression in the key that you've kind of committed to. So let's say we stick to the key that we mostly worked on, which is C. Just play a chord progression, maybe loop it or record it on something. You could even use your open chords, or if you want to dabble with the new chords, you can too. But just create a chord progression in C major, and then work on kind of improvising using this pool of notes and these shapes. You know, maybe spend a few minutes kind of playing kind of in one area, and maybe after you kind of get bored of that area, just within the same improvisation, kind of move on to a different area. But try to just get familiar with noticing the shape in a whole, in its entirety, and kind of using it in a melodic way. Maybe tossing in the chord shape within your leads. Okay, so that's kind of the idea of why this is helpful. It just kind of gives you a little bit of guide of kind of writing leads and parts over chord progressions as well. And like I said before, remember that these are movable. So if you want to change keys, maybe work on the key of G major. Just find your G note and work according to that. You know, and that's just that second shape. Just using those pool of notes to kind of create this nice, creating nice leads. Okay, so have fun with this stuff. Thanks.